Hello, all my lovely souls at Path Divine Intuitive here. I hope when you come across this read, you're having a blessed day today. And this is going to be your Lionsgate 888 message here for all you lovely Zodiac signs here, just to see what is the current vibe and the current energy. But if you happen to catch this particular read and it's past the Lionsgate, don't worry about it. It still can apply and resonate towards you. So I always suggest, as a friendly suggestion, that you look at all the placements in your chart so that you can get more messages added on to your sun sign as well, okay? Those timestamps will be located inside of the description box for your convenience, so you have easy access to click your timestamp for your sign here, guys. Thank you for your support. And the only thing that I ask is that you give this video a thumbs up after you're done looking at it or while you're looking at it. That keeps these videos in rotation, okay? And you can always check out my other platforms to get more divinational messages. Anything you need to know with booking or anything else will be located in the community tab for your convenience, okay? So without further ado, I will see you lovely souls on your zodiac signs, which you picked. Stay safe, stay blessed. Hello, my lovely Leo here. Okay, guys, happy birthday to my Leos that are still celebrating their birthday right now, and especially if any of you have birthdays on the 8th today, it's probably going to seem extra special here, okay? But yeah, for those that are celebrating birthdays, happy birthdays. But in general, we're going to start on you lovely Leos to see what is the messages you may need to know for this Lionsgate portal here. So let's get started here, Leos. Okay, we are going to pull out first your current energy first, Leo. Okay, High Vibration Spirit, and we have Leo's current energy here. You have the Hierophant, Taurus. Okay, some of you can have Taurus inside of your chart. If you do, feel free to look it up. The next one is what lesson is completing. Okay, we have two. Okay, Hierophant. They want Hierophant to be the lesson here, and Two of Cups is the current energy, okay? I don't know, it just felt funny the way it came out. So yeah, Two of Cups, current energy, Hierophant is the lesson being completed here. And we're going to see what blessings are coming in for you, Leo, during this Lionsgate portal here. What blessings is coming through for Leo here in this Lionsgate portal. Wow, see, yeah, it makes sense. It really makes sense with the whole theme here. This is beautiful here. And you even have the devil at the bottom of the deck here, Capricorn energy here. So I feel like that is kind of like confirmation here with this Hierophant here. You know, I feel like as far as current energy-wise here with the Two of Cups here, this is beautiful here. I feel like your current energy right now, Leo, is that you're in balancement here. You know, you're in balancement here. I feel like you're starting to feel this energy of peace. You're starting to feel this energy of harmony. You're starting to feel this energy of tranquility here. I feel like there has been a lot of self-care, a lot of self-love here, you know, that you guys have been empowering and invested in yourself. And you know what's so cool about this, what I'm noticing even with the Two of Cups, I like just picked it up, is how above that heart is a lion here, and that represents you guys, Leo. So that's really beautiful. And health here. So again, I just really feel like you guys have been in this energy that you are taking care of your mental health, you're taking care of your physical health, you know, you're starting to feel whole like yourself here. Okay, there's a lot that you had to go through. I feel like, Leos, if you were to compare it to what was going on around this time last year, I strongly feel in my heart that there's a really like a big difference in a good way though, that you had to learn, you grown, and you evolved here, okay? Also, I feel too with this Two of Cups energy as your current energy is, you know, partnerships here. You could be connecting with other like-minded individuals here. If this is on a career standpoint here, you know, maybe you guys are being seen and being heard here, you know, and building yourself up here. I feel career-wise here, you're going to be elevating here. You know, I feel like you're going to be front and center here. If it's, you know, business-wise, I feel it's the same way. And even some love could be in here as well here too. You know, maybe you guys are in that energy now that you're ready to open up and, you know, receive the love that you deserve here. But again, I just really feel like balancement, like you guys are feeling balanced, feeling sure, and at the same time you're taking care of yourself. And that kind of makes sense here, because what's the lesson that's completed now that you have the Hierophant. And honestly, I feel like the Devil card needs to be underneath this as well here too. Okay, and I feel like, you know, you guys had to learn. I feel like with Leos, it's that you guys are really strong here. I always say this about Leos, no matter what placement Leo is in, you guys are like that lion. You guys are like leaders. You guys are natural born leaders. Some of you may notice that, some of you may not feel that, but you are But I feel like as of now, you had to be the student. You know, maybe you guys had to learn some things. I feel like you guys learned a lot. I feel like you learned a lot about relationships. Some of you could have learned a lot about a marriage. A marriage seems to be significant, Leo. It could either be that you guys maybe within this year or maybe last year, because 2024 seems to be creeping in with 2025. You know, maybe you divorced and you separated, or I feel completely divorced. You moved on from a relationship, but you learned about it, okay? Maybe you moved on from a marriage a very long time ago, but I feel like there was something you had to learn within yourself through that marriage here. Or even if it's not that, I just feel like there was contracts that you guys had to learn about. There's contracts that you learned about, contracts from your past, contracts from family, contracts from personal relationships, or even could be anything tied into just your purpose here. But you have learned, okay? But I do feel like it does have a lot to do with significant people. That could be a relationship here, but I feel like you found yourself here. You found who you are here, and that is completed out. I definitely feel like it's completed out. I mean, maybe for some of you Leos, there still is some completing out that you may have to do here. For some of you, it may be. But I don't know, Leos. I'm feeling like you completed this, like you learned the lesson here. You have removed yourself from, you know, situations that don't serve you. And I feel like, too, when I say this, the energy about strongness, maybe some of you Leos didn't feel that. Maybe you didn't feel that strength. Maybe you didn't know your true strength. And I'm not talking about just physical strength. I'm talking about the mental strength. I'm talking about the spiritual strength, excuse me, that you did not know that you have. And I feel like you guys have found that, you know, within yourself here. Again, I just feel like, I don't know, Leo season seems to be, it's probably more abundant. You know, I don't know, I just keep comparing it to something of last year that was very significant to you that you were able to master in this year here. And then this is beautiful. You have the world that comes out here under where blessings are coming here. The world is a beautiful card to come out because there's a whole new cycle here. And you look at her, she's balancing herself. She's sitting on top of the world and she's balancing herself. And I feel like that's the energy here, just like compared to your current energy of Two of Cups, is that you're balanced. You feel complete. You feel whole here. So I do feel like this is a confirmation here, Leo, that there is a lot of chapters, or there could be a certain chapter here that has finally completed itself here, okay? Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. These three earth elements seem to be really strong here. I don't know if these were relationships you had with somebody, or if these signs are heavy in your placements. Maybe you need to look at those signs. Maybe there's more messages, but it's something about those placements there, I felt. But I felt like for a lot of you, you guys learn patience within yourself here. So to actually see the world come in, it kind of just shows that you have completed the lesson here. You have the Hierophant and the Devil coming out, and now you're ready to move on to bigger and better things. Maybe this, you know, involves a move. Maybe this just involves a new chapter, a new life here. You know, maybe you guys are going to be doing something different, you know, now approaching into the new year here. But that is beautiful. There are major transformations that, you know, is surrounding you guys. So I love that. I love that energy here. It's definitely confirmation that there's a lot of things moving out of your energy that do not serve you here, okay? Look, I just said Earth. That's what I just said. Earth is really strong in your energy, but Earth connects to groundness, though. Okay, so it's like groundness. Maybe I feel like you guys had to ground yourself here. You had to get back centered. Maybe you weren't centered because of whatever these contracts and things you had going on here, but now you're back grounded here. You have Mother Gaia with Earth connection here. So it says be mindful of the planet here. Come back to Earth, stay grounded. I feel like it's just a friendly reminder to just constantly make sure that you're taking care, you know, of your health and your well-being here. Because again, Leo, you do have that energy of you just, you know, being there for everybody else. You know, but you have to make sure you're putting in that time to be there and be available for you as well. But I feel like, Leos, you guys are actually learning that, and you guys are doing that, okay? So really beautiful energy here, guys. I love that. I love that the world came out here as blessings coming in, because it is showing that new chapters and new beginnings, accomplishments. You guys are accomplishing a lot of things here. You are accomplishing your goals here. And if you guys have a really big goal that you're trying to make happen here, with this world energy, it does seem like, you know, you will be able to master that, okay? So those are beautiful messages here, my lovely Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Nodes. Catch you next time. Virgos, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. Virgos, how are you doing, guys? We are going to dive in here to see what it is you need to know for this Lionsgate here, okay? So let's see what's going on, Virgos, Sun, Moon, Rising. First, we're going to pull out your current energy here, Virgo. Okay, so let's just get your current energy here. Ooh, you got the Queen of Wands here. That's beautiful. You have the fire energy here, okay? Let's see what's completing out. What lessons is completing out here? You have 10 of Pentacles is reversed here, okay? And let's see what blessings are coming in here. Three of Swords, Knight of Cups here. Okay. Ten of Cups. Okay, yeah. Let me show you that too. It's blessings. That's beautiful. 10 10s. Yeah. You have a lot of chapters that's been closing. I'm hearing something connected to emotional. I don't know why I want to say emotional intelligence, but like emotional here. I like the Queen of Wands in your energy, okay, as a current energy here, because this is beautiful. You guys are stepping up. You're sitting in the seat here. Anytime you're in this Queen or King position and you're sitting in that chair here, you're sitting in authority here. You're in control here. And even that sunflower that she's holding, I feel like the current energy that you guys have been in, Virgo, is like purifying, purification, releasing, really decluttering, taking care of yourself here. I feel like you're not holding back anymore because, Virgos, you are known as the hermit. You are known as the hermit. You sit back. It's not like you're afraid to do things because, Virgos, you are hard workers. You are a go-getter. But sometimes you could, like, really get in that shell if you feel the need to, or if you feel like something's just not there, But I feel like you guys are coming out of your hiding energy here. I feel like you're stepping up. You're stepping up to the scene here, whether this is something dealing with business, something dealing with your career here, but I feel like this is something dealing within yourself here. You are the lotus flower. That's what you are. And I feel like you're being reborn to here. You know what I felt? I felt for some time, Virgo, you had to reinvent yourself. I feel like you had to work on reflection within yourself here. You had to do a lot of internal healing here. And now you are ready to step out in the scene here. I feel like whatever that you've been trying to manifest, it is activating right now, just like how the Lionsgate portal is activating. It's definitely activating for you here, guys. I love that. I definitely feel, it's a 360 with your energy here. I feel like your voice is really louder now. You're, speaking more, being seen more, standing on business even more. It's like you're not holding back anymore here. Even could be, it's kind of like that vibe of you like reinventing yourself here. Stepping out of your comfort zone in some type of way here when it comes to, your persona, or it comes to the things is that you're really trying to work towards too, okay? Now, underneath the lessons that's being completed here, you have the Ten of Pentacles reversed here. This definitely can have connections to do with home. This can have connections to do with family, okay? Family and foundation could be very, very significant here. I feel like there has been some connections with family here, whether this is with parents, whether this is with siblings here, and being that you're coming out as the Queen of Wands here, which is very powerful here, because I feel like you did stood on business here when it comes to family here. I also feel that there could have been some kind of like karmic settings with money. If Virgos, if you have a hard time with keeping money, making money, maybe you guys been trying to like build that generational wealth for your bloodline and your family. It's been hard to do that. I'm pretty certain you guys will know that, and you've been doing a lot, again, of internal work, healing work, not only just for you, but also for your bloodline as well here too. And it's been heavy. You guys been doing a lot of inner work, a lot of inner healing work, a lot of ancestry work. That's exactly what I am feeling here. And also too, for some Virgos, not all, there could be a home that you've been tied to. Okay, if there's a home that you've been tied to and you've been living there for a very long time, it's definitely kind of like a karmic lesson of that home here. Maybe that home is connected under your bloodline here, or it's just, let's just say, Virgo, some of you want to move out of your city, or you want to move out of your state per se, and you're having a hard time moving from there. It could have been a lesson or something you had to learn in that individual home or that individual city or that individual state here, and you are removed from that, okay? Another thing here too, I feel like there are lessons being completed when it comes to finances here, because I feel like making money, obtaining money, finding your purpose here has been very hard here, but definitely even health seems to be significant as well here too. So if there's been anything going on with health as well here too, that is releasing, okay? You guys got a lot of big wins coming in here, because there's been a lot, Virgo, you've been enduring, going through, okay? So followed by the blessings that's coming in here. You have the Knight of Cups and you have the Three of Swords here, followed by the Ten of Cups here. I feel like the Knight of Cups is beautiful because it's just that energy that you get to move on here. You're healed. I feel like you're recovering from a lot of losses here. And a lot of these losses could be obtained to family. A lot of these losses could be obtained to, a home, foundation. foundation life here, but you're going to have your happily ever after here. It kind of makes me feel like some of you are moving here, Virgo. It's like you're leaving out of one house and moving into, like, this was your karmic house, but you're moving into your new beginning house here. And I feel like for some of you, Virgo, this move can take place in the beginning of 2026 here. There definitely could be a move here between like January-ish. Okay, that's what it's giving for some of you guys here. But I feel like you guys are definitely moving on from things that don't serve you. Hey, maybe even some of you Virgos decided to move on from relationships. You know, maybe you decided to move on from a relationship and it wasn't a happy home here. And you decided, you know, to move on to bigger and better here. But I just really feel like if there has been a hard time for you to make a move here, you've been feeling like stuck, Virgo. Like I said, again, being in that hermit energy, because you've been feeling stuck here, you're going to feel the cords begin to release. I feel for some of you, being that you're in the Queen of Wands energy already, though, you could already be feeling this energy. You could already be making some type of stride and some type of move here. And again, if there's anything tied into health that you guys have been dealing with here, there is going to be, you know, a big change for that, okay? For some Virgos, okay, not all, but for some Virgos, there also can be a pregnancy. I'm hearing late pregnancy, so I don't know why I'm hearing late pregnancy, but maybe late pregnancy could be tied into maybe someone is older. So maybe like you're in your mid-40s or something like that. And maybe this can be your first pregnancy, but this can be your miracle baby here, okay? So that can be significant. That definitely can take place, I feel, before this year is out here, because to me, it feels very rapid. Like, I don't know, it just feels like it's something that's circulating in the energy right now here, okay? But you do have 2 10s here, so it's like chapters ending in new beginnings. You could be seeing that number a lot as well, too. Okay, let's give Virgo one last message here. Lionsgate portal message. And look at that, infinite abundance here. Look at that. Obstacles are being removed here, guys. Okay, so you have spiritual support and connections are increasing here. That's what I just said. You guys had a lot of obstacles and a lot of situations in your energy here, and it's clearing out. And honestly, you're going to start feeling it. You know, you're going to start feeling lighter, like literally. You're going to feel lighter. You're going to feel it physically. You're going to feel it mentally. And you're definitely going to feel it spiritually. And, you know, you guys definitely could be, you know, calling in a lot of your spiritual team, your ancestors and your guides, whoever you're working with here, to be alongside you. And you're going to feel that support, but then you're also going to have physical support coming as well here too, guys. You're not alone. Like, I know some of you may felt like you've been alone for some time now, but you're not, okay? Beautiful energy here, Virgo. I hope that some or all of these messages resonated for your highest good here, my lovely souls. Bye for now. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rise, Venus, and North Node. How are you doing, my lovely Libras? We are going to dive in here to see what is it you may need to know for your Lionsgate message here. Let's pull out your current energy, Libra. All right, you got the 3 of Wands. What is the lesson here? You have the 4 of Pentacles as the lesson that's being completed, lessons being completed here, and what blessings is coming in. You have the Death card, Scorpio energy here. Yeah, you even have Strength Leo energy here. You can have Leo, Scorpio in your chart. If you do, feel free to look that up. But you have Infinity Abundance coming in here. That's one of your blessings that's coming in. I love the Strength card here because, you know, this is, I always say this every time I see this. I always say this. This is an energy to say that everything is going to be okay. Even if you feel like it's not going to be okay, Libra, everything's going to be okay. And I feel like that's one powerful affirmation that some of you should be saying, because I do feel this energy of sadness right now. I'm feeling that. So it has to be some of you guys feeling very distraught and defeated, okay? And I feel like when you start to feel that energy of distraught and that energy of feeling defeated here, that's usually always a sign that you're literally near the end meaning the end of what you've been dealing with, okay? So, you know, this is a confirmation as like one of your blessings here, Libra, that, you know, I know staying strong is easier said than done, right? Keeping the faith is easier said than done, but even if we keep that little bit of faith here, that makes everything possible here. But bigger and better things is coming towards you, and you are going to get through, you know, whatever trials and tribulations that it is that you've been dealing with, okay? So your energy is the 3 of Wands here that you're in right now. The current energy of the 3 of Wands means, you know, you're ready. You know what I mean? Like, he's ready. And I feel like that's the energy here. You're ready, you're suited up, you're ready for what's getting ready to come towards you. And then this is a confirmation that what you've been working hard towards, or what you've been, I seen 1919 on the clock. Look that up. That might resonate about something. But, you know, what you've been praying for and what you're working hard towards, it's literally in motion and it's about to come towards you guys, okay? So I feel like, you know, the struggling is literally coming to an end here, guys, okay? So, and I feel like what it is here too is that you guys are ready. You know, sometimes the things that we want and the things that we pray for and things like that, guys, it's not saying that you can't receive it. It's like sometimes you're not physically or mentally ready for it yet. So it's like, you know, sometimes you might have to go back to the drawing board and be like, okay, well, am I physically ready for this? Am I mentally prepared for this? And then when you get yourself in alignment, then it becomes available for you. So I feel for some of you, Libra, it could have been like maybe you weren't physically or mentally prepared for certain things. There were certain things that had to close out. You do have the Four of Pentacles as a lesson being completed here. And then now you're ready, okay? So Four of Pentacles coming out as a lesson being completed here. This definitely could be a lesson around money. This definitely could be a lesson around, you know, with you guys learning how to manage your money here, learning how to invest into the right things here, you know, learning to let go of things that don't serve you. I don't feel like it's only tapped into money here, guys, as a lesson being completed here, Libra. I feel like it could be things that were connected to attachment issues here. I feel like you guys were learning to detach yourself from things that were very unhealthy here. It even could be relationships. You had to learn to detach yourself. I feel single energy for some of you in this energy. Some of you may not be single, but I feel single energy, independence energy here. So you guys had to learn, you know, it's giving like codependency. So I feel like you guys had some type of codependency issue to something here. Whether this is something tied to drinking or this could be something tied into a relationship or something like that. But you guys are taking healthy steps here. But I do feel too karmic lessons are surrounding financial discipline and also struggle. Okay, you guys have been going through some type of struggle here with either making money or keeping money here. But again, I feel like you guys are learning that now. There's a lot of personal growth around you guys here of learning what you need to do. And if you guys been having a hard time with, I would say, you know, making money, paying your bills, whatever, you know, your cases is, you're not going to be struggling with that anymore. Because again, I feel like you found the answer here. And a lot of the answers were within yourself here, okay? Don't you notice that if you look at him, these two, they kind of like the same type of person, a little bit low-key because they're clothes. But his clothes is kind of torn a little bit, you know. So I feel like you guys have felt torn about some things here now. But you guys are learning the lesson and you're moving on. There's a lot of attachments I feel you guys were accumulating in your time, but you've learned here. Yeah, and then your blessings coming in here is a big major ending here. Deaths means rebirth. It's mean you being reborn again, you know, you being able to start over again. So you're putting things to rest here finally. You know, and I feel like it can definitely be the way you perceive yourself or people you've been keeping inside your situation here. And then again, with struggle, any type of struggle that you guys have been enduring here, Libra, that is coming to an end as well here too. Okay? Because, you know, I used to say this a while ago when I used to do like all the zodiac signs individually, and I used to say about Libras, because you guys are weighed by the scale. That's your you know, your energy justice. But also it's not only just justice, it's about balancement. Libras, you have to be balanced here. You guys get overbalanced easily. You get overstimulated easily. So, you know, and I feel like you guys have been learning that now. Like you can't put on too much on your plate that you know that you can't do, or allow certain people in your energy. It's just, you know, it becomes too much here. So I feel like you guys also have cleaned up some type of messy situation here, I feel here too. Could even be tied into relationships or something like that. All right, let's give you your last message here. Last message for Lionsgate for Libra, Elevation Spirit here, and we have Divine Alchemy here, okay? It says, yep, moving beyond current challenges, focusing on what you desire here, and this is exactly what I am picking up here. You guys have moved beyond your current challenges. You're continuing to move beyond your current challenges, and the key word, you're focusing on what you deserve. You're not focusing on the drama. You're not focusing on the negativity here. So that is beautiful. I love this energy for you, Libra, and I hope some or all of this resonated. Bye for now. My lovely Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Nodes. How are you doing, guys? We're going to dive into your Lionsgate message to see what it is you need to know currently, guys, okay? Let's see. Let's get a current energy for Scorpio. Let's see. Let's get Scorpio's current energy. Ooh, you got the Emperor here. All right, you got Aries energy here. I like that, Scorpio. You're coming out really strong with your current energy here. So we have lessons being completed here, and you have Ace of Swords here. Okay, it kind of came out sideways, reversed, but we're gonna leave it like that here. And let's see what blessings are coming in for Scorpio. Blessings, thank you. And we have the Nine of Wands here. So you do have a major cycle that is completing out here. It's been real. You got the Knight of Swords here. You're in go time here. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Yeah, you're making swift moves, swift changes here. I love this, Scorpio. I feel like you have everything in check here. I don't know. I want to say reality check. I feel for some of you Scorpios, you had a reality check just as recently. And I feel like it kind of was like a wake up call to something that you were allowing still in your energy, something that you had to close out of your energy here. I'm kind of feeling for some of you Scorpios, there's more of this energy saying, okay, I'm going to get to it. Okay, I know. But then you don't do it. But then I feel like you guys kind of had like a shakeup. You had a reality check here, and you started to say, okay, I got to get my shit in order. I got to do this. I got to stand on business here. And it's good because I see that you are in the Emperor as your current energy here, which is beautiful. Okay, this is a boss energy, and I'm kind of glad to see this, Scorpio, that you're in this energy right now, because that means you're taking charge here. 2525 showed up on the clock. Look that up. That might mean something for you guys. But yeah, you are taking your power back. I feel like you're taking your power back. You're taking control back. You're standing on your business here. You're taking care of business here. And this can be about everything: health, well-being here, an actual business. You know, maybe some of you guys are starting the actual business and putting it to work, or this even could be, you know, towards career goals here. You guys are reinventing yourself here. Maybe you guys are pulling yourself apart from unhealthy relationship dynamics here, whether this is with family or whether this is relationships, or it could be with both here. But I feel like you guys are like, listen, no more. You know, I have to break the cords here. Now, there may be some Scorpios that may, you know, still need to hear that the time is now to make this happen. But I kind of feel like a lot of you guys are like getting the picture now. You're getting the bigger picture for something. I really do feel like you guys had a major wake-up call here. And I love that you're in the Emperor position, because that is the leader here. You're like, no, that's it. You know, I can't be tone deaf to these situations anymore. I have to make a move here. So I would definitely say whatever plan that you are putting in motion, because it is showing with the Knight of Swords here that you guys are putting some type of plan in motion. So whatever plan that you have in motion that you're doing right now, Scorpio, it is looking really good here, okay? Because under what's completing now is the Ace of Swords here. And the Ace of Swords, you know, it means a breakthrough. It means breaking free from something. So I feel like you have broken free from something physically, and this has broke the mold spiritually of what needs to release here. Okay, so I feel like maybe you've broken free from a toxic job. Maybe you have broken free from a toxic friendship, a toxic relationship. You cut ties with family. But I also feel before you did that, you have gotten really vocal on what it is, you know, you're no longer allowing or doing. Like maybe there was something you needed to be vocal about and you did that. But I definitely also feel you guys are breaking free from struggle as well here too. You know, there has been a lot of struggle around stability. You know, there's been a lot of struggle about finances. You know, you're breaking free from that as well here too. It's like that dark cloud is over you. And, you know, I feel like it's over you is because you finally stood on something here. You finally stood on business, on your life here. And you didn't just sit there and just like take it anymore. You know what I mean? That's what I'm picking up. And then it kind of resonates here with the blessings coming in. You have the Nine of Wands. Nines is a significant sign of a chapter being closed out. This is the year of 9, which a lot of cycles and a lot of karmic cycles have to leave out. And if any of you Scorpios happen to be a life path 9, it will be hitting you very hard here, because that'll be a triple 9 to show that there's time for you to make these changes here. I love this Nine of Wands because, you know, it's that energy of feeling defeated. Okay, it's that energy of feeling no matter what I do, I can't win this battle, but you are going to win this battle. Okay, so I definitely would say whatever that you have been battling, Scorpio, whatever that you have been dealing with, you are going to win this war here, okay? And sometimes, I'm hearing this real strong, sometimes the battle and the war be within ourselves. So some of you might even have a battle or war within yourself here, but you're beating that too, okay? So that is beautiful here. I love that. Let's get a last message for Scorpio here for this Lion's Gate. Have additional spirit here. Anything else for Scorpio? And yeah, phases and cycles here. Okay, you could be seeing crows or ravens. If you're seeing like just one, that definitely is a sign of a new beginning here. But yeah, we have phases and cycles here. Okay, I know you can't really see it because of the lighting, but I'll read it. There is a beginning within every ending here, guys. Okay, illusions are revealed and released. So You know, I feel like the illusions to me can be like the fear that you guys were having when it comes to about, you know, maybe making a move here, moving on from something here, or maybe it could even just be that illusion, like negativity trying to tell you that you can't make something happen here, but that is changing here, okay? So yeah, there's a beginning within every ending here. So you guys have been going through major phases, major cycles here, just like your energy, the death and tarot, you're actually putting an end to something here. So that's actually really good to see here. Scorpio here. Beautiful energy here, guys. I hope that some or all of these messages resonated for your highest good here, guys. Bye for now. Sagittarius says, hello, my beautiful soul, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Nodes. We are going to dive into your Lionsgate message here to see what it is you may need to know. So, right? So we're going to dive into your current energy right now, okay? Right? We have the moon reversed here, okay? And that is Pisces and Cancerian energy. So if you have Pisces and Cancer in your chart, feel free to check that out. Let's see what lessons is being completed. Let's close them out for Sagittarius. Okay, you have the Five of Swords here. And let's see what blessings are coming in. You have the Knight of Swords and bottom of the deck, Queen of Swords here. You can have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius in your energy here. And you know what I like about this though, Sag? You have a lot of swords in your energy here. So I feel like there has been a lot of things connected with your mental, you know, with your thought process, your communication issues. It could be things tapped in with your emotions here. But I feel like you're having a handle on all of this now. You're rising above all of this that you've been going through here, okay? You're getting back in your mojo here. You're sitting back in your throne here, okay? So I feel like that is a major blessing here as the Queen of Swords here. I feel like it's like you've been knocked down a lot of times, Sagittarius, but you haven't been knocked down just to be knocked down. There was a reason why you had to get knocked down. It's like you had to learn. You know, you have to learn so that when you get back up, you won't fall down again. So I feel like there was a lot of learning that you had to learn with these reasons why you were knocked down, but you're coming back on top here. Okay, rest assured that, you know, and I feel like this definitely can even connect towards, you know, maybe career, you know, maybe finances here, you know, towards your life here, towards your goals here. Some mishaps. It could be even things connected towards your past here. But I feel like you guys are, you know, pushing out of that and you're living and you're learning this time and you're taking what you learn and move on from it and leaving what you don't need in your life anymore in the past for good here, okay? Your current energy that you have right now, Sag, is the moon and it's reversed here. That's actually really good here because I feel like you guys are no longer running from your emotions here. Sometimes with some Sagittarius, depending on where Sag is at in your chart, you are a fire sign here. So sometimes you can mask your emotions a lot, Sagittarius. And of course, depending on what you've been through in your life, that's going to make, you know, you add on to your emotions even more here. Sometimes some Sagittarius do the opposite with their emotions. They may, you know, let it out in anger. And I feel like you guys are starting to work through that. I feel like you're not suppressing your energy anymore here. You're releasing it, okay? I feel like you guys have been a little emotional here. I feel like this year may have been a little emotional here for you, but it has been for you to get you to tap into your inner emotions, tap into your inner child, your inner fear here. I feel like there's also a lot of things being released here. Maybe you guys are releasing things, you know, from your past here. You're not holding on to things anymore. You could be coming clean about a lot of things here, you know, and you know, I just really feel like there's like a transformation within yourself here. And I definitely feel like, Sagittarius, you are embracing your fears. Instead of running from your fears, you're embracing your fears here, you know, and you're also working on your dreams here. So this is like a really big 360 here for a lot of you Sagittarius. And you have the Five of Swords here under a lesson being completed here. Now, this Five of Swords can come through conflict. It could be conflict within yourself here. It could be conflict within others here. It can be sometimes competitive energy here. Sometimes it could be negative energy here. I feel like if there has been like a lot of drama here, if there has been things going on with family, if there has been things going on with work, 33 showed up with that one. You know, you're completing this out here. You're getting a handle here. And again, if there has been anything connected towards you, mental, anything with you, conflicts, I feel like you, again, are handling this. You know, I feel like also, too, you guys are taking care, of course, your physical, your emotional, and mental well-being here right now. You're pulling the pieces apart so that you can re-put the pieces together here. And again, if there has been things with work related, family related here, again, things are being handled here. I feel like you're getting the answer and the solution to your problem here, and you're being able to move on because, you know, you're in the Knight of Swords energy as with blessings coming in. So I feel like one of the major blessings is that you get to move on from this, what does not serve you here. You know, you get to move on. You get to feel like yourself. You get to feel whole again. So if you guys been having like a major hard time, you know, I would feel with, you know, just your life in a whole here, or with, you know, the past, or with family, whatever, etc. here, you know, you're making more sense of it now. You know, you're moving on. Like, you're going to be moving on from a lot of the drama, a lot of the past. You're finally going to move on from it. That's a big energy here. You're finally going to move on from what does not serve you here. And again, I feel this is because you are taking care of yourself here, Sagittarius, and you are making these things happen, okay? So that's beautiful. Let's give you the last message here. You guys have 2. Let's see what we have here. Okay, so yeah, we have increased awareness here. It says deep connection, trusting your inner voice here. Exactly. So I feel like you guys are pulling apart from what fear is telling you. You're working through your limiting belief system. You're rewriting your belief system. You're no longer putting a limit and a cap on it. And you're also, you know, pulling apart from the negative subconscious and the higher subconscious here. So you're increased awareness here. You're being more connected, which is beautiful here. And then it says phases and cycles here. So it said there's a beginning with every ending here. Illusions are revealed and released. And I feel like that's underneath the moon energy here. You are releasing illusions. You're releasing fear here, okay? And this is bringing new beginnings here, okay, Sagittarius? So there is big major transformation at play here for you guys here currently right now here. So that's actually beautiful, guys. Keep up the good work here, okay? All right, Sagittarius, I hope that all of these messages resonated for your highest good. And don't forget to check out Fire and Water to get more messages, okay? Bye for now. Hello, my lovely Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Nodes here. We are going to dive in here to your Lionsgate portal message here to see what it is you need to know, okay? Let's get your current energy. Current energy for Capricorn. We have Sagittarius, Temperance energy here, okay? Let's see what lesson is being completed out here. King of Wands here, okay? And blessings coming in. Page of Wands. That's beautiful. You even have the Ten of Swords here. So, yeah, Capricorn, it's been very rough on you guys. I feel like you wanted to make some type of moves on some things here, Capricorn, and things were at a standstill for you. Like, if you feel like you were trying to move forward on something, but you got pulled backwards, it's because you needed to, because I feel like there was still some more work and some more things you needed to work on within yourself here, and now you're able to be able to move forward here, okay? Ten of Swords is usually a really heavy energy here. And that means you've been going through a lot. And usually sometimes this has been coming out a lot sometimes in earth, whatever, if I do earth elements or I do the mixed zodiac signs and whatever sign you're underneath for that, this tends to come out a lot. So I always know that you guys have been going through a major tough time here. And sometimes you guys could feel like there's no way out of what you've been going through, but that is getting ready to change here. Because I feel like your energy coming out as the Temperance here, as your current energy here, you know, I feel like you guys are definitely working on yourself here. You are definitely pouring out of things out of your life that doesn't need to be there anymore. You are releasing what doesn't need to be there. You're no longer sitting here filling up other people's cups and not attending to yourself here. You are focusing on, you know, what you can do and releasing on what you can do. And you're also learning to be patient with yourself in the process as well here too. You know, so I feel like there's a lot of inner work here, Capricorns, that you are doing with yourself here. Building your confidence, working from the ground up here. You know, really just taking care of you and yourself here. You know, I feel like there came to a point here for some of you Capricorns that you could be feeling like your life was just spiraling out of control here. And I feel like you had to take a step back from the situation and go, wait a minute, what the hell is going on here? Like, what am I doing? You know, what am I allowing in my energy? What can I take out of my energy here? And I feel like that's the energy you guys are in with that Temperance. And what's completing out here is what we have with the King of Wands here. I feel like what's completing out is you, how you are viewing yourself here. You know, taking care of yourself here, taking care of your mental health, taking care of your physical health here. Having a renewed sense of direction here. Focusing on your purpose and goals here, you know, instead of giving your attention to what doesn't need to be attention to. I feel like for some of you, you guys were trying to fix things that were beyond repair here. And now, you know, you're in that driver's seat to say, no, I have to take care of myself here. You know, even looking at how the directions of how they're going, like he's looking left, he's looking right here. It kind of just really feels like it's been a lot of confused energy. You guys could have been like confused about your path, not knowing which way to go, you know, who to allow in. But I feel like now you're going to be more centered, more grounding. I feel like you guys also are building up confidence about yourself. You're building up, you know, that voice and that strength here to make something happen here. And I feel like you guys are also taking accountability. You know, you're learning to take accountability, and you're also learning to take direction. You know, you're learning to take leadership skills. You know, you're learning here. You're learning and you're evolving and you're growing here, which is beautiful. And I feel like now, you know, because the Temperance and the King of Wands kind of just tells me this is more about you, Capricorn. So I feel like now that you have understand that, you got the blueprint to that now. Now with your blessings coming in with the Page of Wands and the Ten of Swords, it's like, okay, now you're ready to move on. Now you're ready to move on from what does not serve you. You know, even like, let's say if this was connected towards a relationship, maybe some of you didn't even understand why you were still connected to a certain person here, and you had to really take a step, take a moment to take a step away from the relationship itself and just focus on yourself here. And now you know what you need to do. Okay? But again, with the Page of Wands and the Ten of Swords here, one of the major blessings that is coming in is that you guys are going to be free from what you've been going through with this Ten of Swords, because it has been very heavy. It's been very hard. You guys have been dealing with a lot of trials and tribulations in your life here, but there's help that's coming in. And I feel like it's just kind of like Capricorn. It's like now you guys are ready for what this is that come in. I feel like at one point, it could have been an opportunity that did come to you at one point, but it wasn't. It probably got pulled back from you because you weren't ready for it just quite yet, because there was still some more inner work that you had to do within yourself here. But now you are ready for it, okay? So that's really powerful here, okay? Let's give you a last message here, Capricorn. And we have faith here, okay? Humanity and benevolence. So it says, stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others, and see the light in the world. Just know that everything is turning out for you, okay? Your faith, your determination, your perseverance, your hard work here is not going unnoticed here. And just know that having faith, having belief, even believing in yourself, you know, changes everything. It changes the energy. You know, it changes the situation here, guys, okay? So, yeah, this is a major glow up, a major transformation, Capricorns, that you guys are definitely going through right now here, okay? Beautiful energy here, Capricorns. I hope that some or all of these messages resonated for your highest good here, and I will catch you next time. Aquarius says, hi, how are you doing? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Nodes here, guys. We're going to see what is your Lions Gate message here. So let's get your energy, Aquarius. Let's see, what is Aquarius energy here? That came out like, okay, you have the Strength. That's your opposite sign, by the way, here too, Aquarius. You have the Strength card. Let's see what lessons is completing out. We have Ace of Pentacles. All right. Looking good here, Aquarius. And let's see what blessings. Ooh, you got the King of Pentacles. You have a lot of Earth energy here. You could have Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo in your chart here. If you do, feel free to look that up here. But these are powerful energies here, Aquarius. I feel like you guys are doing a damn thing here. You know, seeing the strength as your energy coming out here, it's definitely showing that you guys are rising above what you have been going through. You're strong in the mind, body, and soul here. Not just the physical strength, like it's the mental strength, it's the spiritual strength here. And also, this is that energy that bigger and better is coming towards you guys, okay? I feel like for some Aquariuses, you have been feeling a little defeated here. It could be giving me this vibes like rejection after rejection. It kind of just gives me like you guys being rejected from things. Maybe it's jobs you're being rejected from. You know, maybe you feel like people are rejecting you, but I feel like you guys are starting to see the bigger picture for this. You're starting to realize, like, wait, it's not a rejection. It's actually a protection. It's actually a protection from this not being my blessing here in some type of way here. But bigger and better is coming in towards you, Aquarius. Just know that bigger and better is coming in towards you. The things that you want and you're working hard towards, you will receive it, okay? This is a confirmation here that I feel like a wish is being fulfilled here, and your life is going to change and do a major 360 here. You are going to survive. Okay, I feel like for some of you, it's been a really tough time you've been having. You've been feeling very alone. And, you know, some of you may have a partner in your life and you still feel alone. You still feel misunderstood here. And I'm being told to tell Aquarius that if you do feel like that, it's time to have a sit down with that partner and explain that, if you have not done so already, of how you're feeling misunderstood and how you're not feeling like, like the person's not being there for you. Okay, they could be an earth sign here. Maybe they're not getting it. Okay, so talking and communicating could be very significant with this person. But underneath what's completing out here, a lesson that's completing out here, I feel like there's a big lesson that's been around your health. There's been a big lesson around you taking care of yourself better, physically, taking care of yourself better mentally, taking care of yourself better, emotionally here. And I feel like you guys have been making some changes here. Even when we make a little change here, you start to see, results. So maybe for some of you guys have decided, hey, I'm going to start doing this. I'm going to start cutting back from smoking. I'm going to start cutting back from, doing, having codependency issues and doing things that's not for my highest good. You're taking care of your health better, and health is wealth here. And that's making an increasement become available for your money. Another lesson that's being completed out is something tied to your finances. Okay, so you having like a struggle with money, maybe you guys realize there's something you had to do. If it was connected to a job that you already had and you notice that, hey, I'm busting my ass doing everything I have to do with this job and I'm not making the money that I know I'm supposed to be making, maybe either you have to do this now, Aquarius, or you're already deciding you pull back and you walked away from that job because you knew it didn't serve you. I feel like some of you, Aquariuses, went backwards for some time, and this could be connected towards a job. And you could have went backwards towards a job here, and this job did not serve you at all, but you got into a desperate energy and you took it. But the divine taught you something in between that. Like, see what happens when you be too desperate for stuff. See what happens, and it taught you something. It taught you something about yourself. It taught you something about your worth, and you pull back from it. And being that you pull back from it, now you're going to open a door for this windfall, of abundance to come in, and for a bigger and better job opportunity to become available for you, Aquarius. Okay, that's very detailed for someone. And then for others, I feel like a lesson again that's completing out here is about money. How you view money. Maybe some of you view money, thinking it's evil, it's sacred. Maybe you feel like it's impossible for you to have here. So you got to learn how you view money. You don't have to worship it, but just know that you're abundant and you can receive it. Okay, there also has been lessons around family and foundation. So it could be lessons around your family, your bloodline. It could be, lessons around relationships here. But I do feel it was also lessons around career here. And again, being that this is Ace of Pentacles, this is a really big, good energy here. It's like the lesson that you learn is now going to open the door for this affinity, abundance, and opportunities to come in here now. And then that makes sense because your blessings coming in as you sitting in as the King of Pentacles, sitting in the driver's seat here. Okay. See how he has his hand to his head? It's like he's thinking of a plan here. So I feel like if you guys been thinking of like a plan to bring into motion here when it comes to your career and your goals and what you want to do, you need to do it. Okay? Or if you have been having some kind of brain fog about like what is it you can do, like when it comes to your career and your purpose here, now that answer is going to be revealed towards you. Okay? I'm hearing your success is not a delay. Some of you may feel like your success is a delay. Maybe some of you Aquariuses that's listening to me, you could be older. Maybe you're like in your 40s or 50s or something like that, and you feel like it's like too late. It's never too late to have success. It's never too late, to be successful. It's never too late if you want to go back to school or whatever it is you want to do. Okay, so that's coming out very strong. Okay, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, and Leo. If you have those placements in your chart, I would encourage you to look at that. Okay, last message for Aquarius here. Okay. You guys have downloads and understanding. See, that's what I just said. You guys are going to start seeing the bigger picture or something. It said truth is being revealed here. Deep insights are coming from heaven in the astral realm. So you're going to be downloading. Maybe you guys already have been downloading a lot. You've been downloading. Your gifts could be getting stronger on the spiritual front here. A lot of you can have mediumship, psychic abilities here. You're downloading. Your dreams are getting strong. I encourage you to write these dreams. I don't care how crazy they sound. Write them, log them in, okay? And maybe some of you are going to be deciding to practice your gifts, Could be even that as well here too. But you're going to start understanding and putting the pieces to the puzzles of, your life and your purpose and your journey here, okay? Really beautiful energy here for you, Aquariuses. I hope that some or all of these messages resonated for you. Bye for now, Aquarius. Pisces, hello. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Nodes. We're going to see what's going on here for you guys with this Lionsgate, okay? 48 came out right off the back here, so 48 could be significant. Feel free to look that number up if you want. So let's see what is your current energy, Pisces. Two of Cups. Let's see what lesson is being completed. Fool card. It's done already. You guys completed it. Nine of Swords as blessings coming in here. Yeah, you're done. Your lesson is done already. Like, that's just how that's coming out. You have the Two of Cups here. That's beautiful. Your current energy here, I love that. I love the Two of Cups here. I feel like it could be this energy, Pisces, that you feel free about something. Like, I don't know. I just look at the Fool and I look at the Nine of Swords and this gives me alone energy. Like maybe some of you were in an unhealthy relationship. Let's say it like that. You were in an unhealthy relationship, unhealthy marriage, whatever you were in. And you felt shackled for so long, but now you're free. Good riddance. This person's gone. You know, you divorced this person. Even if you weren't married to this person, you could have been in a karmic relationship with this person here. And now you are free from that. You're done. And you start to feel more lighter. You feel more free here. You're able to think, you know, and now you're starting to see opportunities come towards you. If it's not a relationship, I feel like there's some heavy energy, even with the Nine of Swords being reversed as what blessings are coming in. There has been some heavy energies because the Fool and the Nine of Swords both is resonating that a big cycle has completed out. So I feel this energy could be grief. It could be this energy of just heavy energy that something heavy has been on you, but now you are free. And you're moving on from it. It even could be maybe a job. You know, you guys were dealing with a job here, and this job was very like detrimental to your health here, and you remove yourself from it. And maybe you were afraid to make that move. You know, maybe your fear was, well, what if I don't land on my feet? You're gonna land on your feet, and then some. Okay, and I like this Two of Cups energy here because I feel like you are being front and center here. I feel like you guys are being seen and being heard here. Maybe this is you guys connecting with other like-minded individuals here. I feel this energy of you feeling balanced, you feeling at peace here, this energy of tranquility, cool vibes coming in here. If some of you Pisces don't feel that yet, you're going to start feeling it, okay? Just know that. You're going to start feeling that. You're going to start feeling whole again, okay? This even could be the energy of love coming in here too, Pisces. If you guys want that, it could be time for your soulmate to come in here. It could be time for your divine partner to come in here as well here too. Be open towards it. But in general, there's opportunities coming in. If you guys have closed a chapter from a job or business here, you closed that chapter and that was a scary ass chapter to close, you did the right thing. Now you're going to be walking into your new endeavors here, okay? So underneath, you know, a cycle that completed, you have the Fool here, okay? I don't know. I just feel like the cycle's done already. I feel like you guys have completed it. And you're like the only sign so far that I said that you completed it out. Like you literally completed the cycle. So it kind of just tells me that something I feel that was like in your energy non-stop, you guys have finally put an end to this and you're free. Because when you look at the Fool comes in this energy, this Fool is traveling with their dog. Like they're by themselves and they're traveling. They're like, oh, I got my bags packed. I'm about to take this leap over this cliff real quick. You know, it sounds crazy saying that, but it's like a lone journey here. It's like a journey here. So I feel like you guys are literally, you know, walking into your new journey here. I feel like a lot of you guys' lessons was a lot. It was heavy energy. I feel like a lot of your lessons was around your family, it was around you, it was around your health, it was around your job, it was everything. Let's just put it like that. It was a lot. It was heavy energy, okay? Some of you can be a life path 1, you could be a 9 or a life path 2. Okay, and if you don't know about your life paths, the conspect is adding your birthdays, and you're going to keep adding numbers until you get down to a smaller number. Okay, feel free to look it up if you don't know how to. You know, Google it. You can look it up. Yeah, and it'll show you how to be able to do it if you don't. But I feel like some of you are life path 1, 9, or 2, and it's going to be very significant if you are. Okay, but under blessings that's being released here, you have the Nine of Swords here. I mean, you guys are being released from things that don't serve you. You're free. The energy of you being sad, the energy of you being depressed, the energy of you just feeling stuck, you know, it's like it's done. And I feel like also too, Pisces, is because you made a move here. You freed yourself from what did not serve you. You know, I feel like I want to tell a Pisces here is like, think back to what your life was like this time last year during the Lionsgate, and I bet you it's more better than what it was then. There's something new you have done or something new you have realized here. Okay, and if any of you are stressing because you're looking for a better job and stuff like that, you're looking for stability, that's coming in too. Okay, all right, anything else for our Pisces, high vibrational spirit here for this Lionsgate? Anything else they need to know? And you have soul expansion here, your soul's expanding, you're expanding here. Exactly. It said your conscious is expanding. Yeah, I figured that. You understand the connections between all things. You're putting the pieces together. It's like you don't have like that mental brain fog anymore. You're not confused anymore. You get it now. You understand it now, and that's how you're moving accordingly. So, really powerful energy here, guys. I love that. Really beautiful. Okay, Scorpios, I hope that summed all of these messages. I said Scorpios, Lord. Maybe you have Scorpio in your chart. Feel free to look at that if you have Scorpio in your chart. I hope that these messages, some or all of them, resonated. Bye for now, Pisces. Taurus says, hey Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Nodes, what are going to give you your Lionsgate message here to see what it is you may need to know. Okay, let's get your current energy here, Taurus. Let's get Taurus's current energy. You have the Queen of Wands, Taurus. Beautiful. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Like that. Let's see what lesson is completing out here. You have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, that kind of makes sense with your energy as the Queen of Wands here. Let's see what blessings is coming. Blessings. Ooh, we got the Devil card, Capricorn energy here. Yeah, this all makes sense here. It all tells a story here. Okay. Queen of Wands here, Taurus. I feel like you are doing a 360 in your life here. Okay. You're no longer being a slow poke. You're no longer procrastinating. You're no longer making excuses for yourself here. You're no longer tolerating people's bullshit here. You're like the bull. You know, you represent the bull here. You're just like the bull here. It's like you see red. But I feel like the red is like a good thing. It's like you see that red is like an image of your life and your happiness and the things that you want. And you're like, no, I'm not going to be boxed in or box myself in anymore. I'm going to push through past all the bullshit around me and I'm going to move forward here. So I feel like you guys are making some big changes for yourself here. You're already in that process of doing it. You're like, no, I'm done. I feel like for some of you, you had like kind of like an epiphany. That's what I kind of feel like you guys had. You guys had like an epiphany moment here, and it woke you up. Like, okay, enough is enough here. You know, enough is enough here, and I got to make moves here. Like, I can't sit like this anymore. You know what I mean? And I feel like you guys are like, no, I have to stand on business here. I have to take the necessary actions here. And I have to show up. And that is powerful because that is opening the window gates of opportunities. I'm not going to lie, Taurus, your read is very similar to your opposite sign, which is Scorpio. It's very similar. It's like the same similar vibe here. Your opposite sign is Scorpio, so check Scorpio out if you'd like to because it's giving same similar setup here. But I just love this here. Okay, what's a lesson is being completed out. We got your energy here. It's the Knight of Pentacles. Now that's coming out reversed here. Now let me tell you something. The Knight of Pentacles usually is one of the slowest knights, okay, out of the elements here. It moves slow. It always moves with caution here. Sometimes the Knight of Pentacles could be lazy a little bit, okay. Sometimes, you know, the Knight of Pentacles could be like, I don't want to do this. Feel like it. Or, you know, you can procrastinate a little bit due to fear. But I feel like you guys are like, no, I'm not procrastinating anymore. Like, no. It could be some things, Taurus, that you know you have to take care of. You know, even looking at the devil energy, a Capricorn could be very significant. This could be even related towards a relationship. Let's say you've been entertaining someone and you know this person is not good for you. You know this, but you keep keeping this person in your energy and all it's doing is pulling you down deeper and deeper and deeper. And then you're like, okay, enough is enough. Like,